you doing? Yeah, I know you haven't felt really well, but it's normal. It's the seasonal flu. Everyone gets that from time to time. Yeah, I came to your home because I knew you were sick. But don't worry, I'll visit you and then I'll give you a prescription with all the medication you may need. Okay, which I just want to be sure that you're doing fine so that you can get back on track as soon as possible. Okay, great. So first of all, I'm gonna wear clothes. And can you please tell me your symptoms? Okay. Sore throat, okay. And when did it started? Okay. Yeah, it's a normal time. Have you taken any medicines? Okay. Yeah, that does happen a lot. You went out with wet hair during winter. It's basically the most common way to catch a flu, so don't worry. Okay, so just remind me, do you have any allergies? Okay, very good. Or diseases I should be aware of? Okay, great. So first of all, I'm gonna check your lymph nodes. Okay, can I touch you? Okay, let's start with the neck lymph nodes. Okay. Okay, they're a bit swollen, but that's totally normal because of course you have an infection going on in your body. So they're just reacting the way they're supposed to. Okay. And now I'll touch this area and this area because those are the areas where the mucus stays when you're feeling ill. I know it's a bit disgusting to say, but it is how it is. Okay. Okay. You're totally the typical flu patient. Nothing to worry. Now I'm gonna take a tongue depressor and check your throat for plaques or anything. Okay? Okay, so please can you open your mouth for me? Okay, say Okay, let me grab a light so that I can check. There is some redness, but nothing to be worried. Totally normal. Yeah, in winter everyone can catch a sore throat. Okay, now I'm gonna use this light to check a bit the pupillary response of your eyes. Okay? Yeah, as you can see, it's not very bright, so it's not actually pleasurable, but it will last just for a few seconds. Okay? Can you please cover your left eye? Okay, yeah, this is my left, but that is your left. Yeah, okay. Cover. Okay, and now on the other side. Okay, very good. Now I'll take your temperature. I kindly ask you to take your temperature more or less 3 or 4 times a day. Once when you wake up, once around lunchtime, and then twice, one at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. because as you probably know, your temperature gets higher after 4 p.m. and by my experience it reaches its peak around 8 p.m. or more. Of course, if you feel your fever, please take your temperature, okay? I'll take the temperature in your mouth because it's usually more precise than under your armpit. I'm not using one of those gun thermometers because they aren't really precise. Now, can you please open your mouth for me? Okay. Yeah, you have to keep it under your tongue. It just takes usually 10 seconds or so. It's a fast one. Here we go. Okay, it's a bit high, honestly, but not that high. It's normal flu. Okay, and I'll take also your blood pressure. Can you please give me your arm? Okay. We're going to wrap this band around it. It will be a bit tight, but it's necessary. Okay. Okay, give me your arm. Okay, very good. And here we go. Okay, it's absolutely perfect. This one is perfect. Yeah, usually it's not influenced by having fever or influence, but you know, for example, I do suffer from very low blood pressure, so it's good to monitor it, you know, to avoid bad surprises. Now I'll have to ask you, I know it's cold, I know it's winter, to remove your shirt because I need to listen to your heart. Yeah, we will first listen directly to your heart and then I'll listen to your heart through the back to check if everything is doing fine. Okay, I have two stethoscopes. I'm deciding. Actually, you can decide which one to use. Do you prefer black or do you prefer blue? Blue? Blue it is. Blue is the newer one. The other one was from when I was doing practice in medicine school. But they're both very good, honestly. Okay. It's a bit cold. I am sorry. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Your heart rate is perfect. Nothing to be worried about. Yeah. Okay. 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 Now, please turn around and listen on the back, and I'll ask you to breathe 3 times like this. So you first get the hair in, and then you let it go in a very strong way, like okay. So, and I'll ask you when you have to. I'll tell you when you have to let that go. Okay. So, breathe in and now out. Okay. In. Out. Okay. Last one. In. And out. Okay, very good. Now I'll check a bit. I check for a second your armpit lymph nodes, that are the other lymph nodes that get swollen when you're feeling well. Okay. Okay. Okay, these are a bit swollen too, but nothing to be concerned. I promise in 2 days they're going to be fine. And I'm gonna check for a second this area for rashes. It can happen. It's not usual, but you know, better safe than sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'll always do that because rashes can be symptomatic to other diseases other than, of course, simple flu. So I'd love to be sure. But you're fine. You have nothing to be worried. Just to be perfectly sure, now I'm gonna test your reflex. Okay, I'm going to use this because it's similar to one of those little hammers. I do have one, but I actually forget it at my office. I'll on this part of your arm, and you will have to, as soon as you feel it tapping, you will have to make a movement. Okay, I just want to see if you are responding correctly to all the stimulus. I'm very scrupulous. Okay, and very good. Very good. Now on your knees. Okay. Very good. You're in perfect shape. Okay, so from what I've seen, you just have a little influence. In winter, it's the most common thing ever. I just wanted to recommend you to rest, sleep a lot, drink a lot. We have to avoid you being dehydrated. We want to avoid you being dehydrated by the flu. That's very important. I won't prescribe you medicine. Of course, if you feel your flu going up, get an antipyretic. I just wanted you to take 2 vitamins. This is vitamin D, which is the vitamin you usually assimilate by staying in the sunlight. That's why it has this little sun. And I want you to take just 1 drop of this per day after your meal, because of course you need to have full stomach to correctly assimilate it. This is just because, you know, your body changes its needs when it's ill, and it's important to help him. And this one, which is a multi-complex, it has vitamin B6, B12, C, A, B2, C, and E. I've read C twice, but that's because vitamin C is extremely important. I brought them to you because I understand that it's, as you aren't feeling well, going to a chemist's can be a bit challenging. And I also recommend you to try to hit healthy. Of course, you can relax and have something a bit less healthy if you want. I know I'm a doctor, but I shouldn't say that. But you know what? Who hasn't had a bit more chocolate when was ill? I'll be back here next week to check on you to see if everything has come back to normal. Or of course you can phone me whenever you need. I'll be in my office. but I also will leave you my cell phone number, so if you have an emergency I can be there for you. Okay, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I seriously hope to see you soon, whole back in your full glowing health.